This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, where your savings are in your control. Get 20% off your whole project with additional savings as well, like the $500 off each entry or patio door you get, or the up to $250 off you get each window when you buy 10 or more. That's at $0 down, 0 payments, and no interest for 18 months. Drop by renewalbyandersen.com for more information. A precedent may have been set for criminal cases involving child predator catchers. Meanwhile, the influx of undocumented migrants is affecting schools. A local police chief wants to do something about fireworks. Lastly, the Man of Steel scored his team a bronze. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court appears to be following a precedent that may have been set for current and future criminal cases involving child predator catchers, reports the Times Leader. In one-page orders, the court denied relief for 4 Luzerne County cases spurred by Musa Harris, aka the Luzerne County predator catcher, after 4 attorneys representing the accused predators sought the court to intervene in these vigilante predator cases, as there's some difference of legal opinions across the state on how to handle their involvement. The court seems to have taken its cue from a legal opinion given by Luzerne County President Judge Michael T. Vogue, who in November upheld charges in such instances. The 4 accused in those aforementioned cases will most likely now be scheduled for trial. The migrant crisis is straining services across the country, including schools, reports the Center Square. It's law that kids are entitled to an education regardless of their immigration status, and in Pennsylvania, there are nearly 88,000 English learners in schools during the 2022-23 school year, up by 22% in comparison to the year prior. This increase has, in turn, increased the need for more bilingual teachers and staffs, making for a demand for more funds. On top of that, the overcrowding of a number of schools has caused districts to struggle and in some cases has led to a decline in quality for students. When it comes to cracking down on fireworks, Easton Police Chief Carl Scalzo says that there's really only so much cops can do, states Lehigh Valley Live. While the state's fireworks laws set down the rules for things like the age people can legally buy fireworks, the times they can be set off, and such, cops who get complaints can only do anything by going into an area and evaluating if they can see anything that's outside the laws. They're not allowed into yards or private property or anywhere like that to see if there's any devices, said Scalzo during a city council meeting last week, and the best they can really do for consumer fireworks is issue a summary citation. What's worse is that there was an amendment made to Act 74, which outlines fireworks regulations in Pennsylvania, that allowed an increase of explosive material in ground and aerial fireworks in 2022. Scalzo believes the tax revenue the state's getting from fireworks is why this quote-unquote epidemic continues to plague people everywhere. Regardless, he and others are, quote, really combing through this law to try to see if there's anything that we can do. If you were competing in the Olympics, how do you think you'd feel? Asks PennLive. Excited, right? A little wired, full of energy? Well, Penn State graduate and member of the U.S. men's gymnastics team, Steven Ederazic, was snapped looking like he was sleeping, waiting for his turn on the pommel horse. As soon as it came up, he, in the words of one ex-user, quote, activated like a sleeper agent, unquote, whipped off his glasses like Clark Kent, which people have taken to calling him now, and absolutely nailed the routine, earning the team a breakthrough bronze medal. He'll now go on to contend for a gold of his own during the apparatus final on Saturday. Whether he was spotted changing in a phone booth at one point before his routine remains unconfirmed. That wraps up today's episode. For even more Pennsylvania news and otherwise, check out PennLive.com. And please don't forget to leave this podcast a rating and to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com with any thoughts you may have. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back again tomorrow with some more Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, where your savings are in your control. Get 20% off your whole project with additional savings as well, like the $500 off each entry or patio door you get, or the up to $250 off you get each window when you buy 10 or more. That's at $0 down, 0 payments, and no interest for 18 months. Drop by renewalbyandersen.com for more information.